You know, Clive Owen and I were discussing this during our avant-garde version of Sleuth, which is performing in the rounds. We're slathered in body paint. I urge everyone to come see it. Look, here's the deal. This is, again, an example of how far removed academia is from real life, always trying to tell us something that goes against what our parents tell us. Sociologists do this to find women who are unhappy in relationships so they can clumsily hit on them. They go, oh, so it didn't work out for you? Well, maybe you need an expert. And that's why this is done. And these sociologists, all they do is try to prove their parents were wrong. And the parents are right. You tend to respect people less who give it away. That's a fact.
Yeah. But this study says otherwise.
Yeah. But that study's wrong.
All right.
Trust me, I'm Victor.
Let me ask you a question, though. The important thing here is that I feel like the version of Sleuth that you and Clive Owen are doing, I feel like at the end the mystery isn't solved, but it doesn't matter because everyone's having a damn good time. That's
the point. That's the point. And the thing is, you know, a lot of times the people in the audience will be covered in blue paint.
Absolutely, sure.
But the audience is usually pretty small.
Yeah.
It's your mom and a sister.
Bill, you do the walk of shame all the time. But it's mainly just you shamefully walking home alone. Does this make you want to have a better relationship with yourself?
Walking with just one heel. It's a bad image. This study is very much true. If a guy does not call you back, it's not because he thought you had loose morals. It's just because he didn't like you that much. I feel that every car must be test-driven, and in this case, used cars handle better. They just know where they're going, and they know what they're doing. And they'll let you sit on them.
But why is it just why do we keep saying guys, guys, guys? There are plenty of women out there that just want one-night stands. I don't buy into this. I mean, like, it really.
You mean comedian groupies?
Well, theater groupies, i.e., guys.
Paul, you're right. You're right. There are women that go out and they want one-night stands, but I have never met a girl that has a strict rule that if a guy puts out on the first date, he's not getting a relationship. There's a double standard there, and that's fine if you want to point it out, but it doesn't work the same both ways. It just doesn't.
I disagree. I mean, look, I think...
Have you ever met a woman that said if a guy puts out on the first date, we're not going on a second or a third?
No, I haven't met a woman that said that, but to say that this is a guy behavior thing, that guys just want it on the first date and then they want to dump you after a first date, after a night of sex. This study's flawed because it says it really isn't about the sex that night, it's about the discussion the next morning. And it's flawed because what guy stays around to the next morning? Right? You're out of there as fast as you can.
Tell me about it, dude, because we're dudes, right? Yeah. Boy, you make me sick.
Yeah. Paul, I find it hard to believe you've ever been invited to spend the night. Diane, just on the flip side of this, other studies show that people who hook up more are likely to have other sex partners, which I guess isn't a big shock, but that can increase the risk of STDs. So probably even if you buy the study, it's best not to get all romantic about hooking up.
It's not a good idea to encourage people to be promiscuous like this. I mean, I think that's why your parents teach you things like that, is that, you know, you're supposed to save yourself for love, at least, if not marriage. And it's because you run around banging the town, you're going to come back.
No one's going to read the study and go, all right, I'm going to go out and start having sex now because of a study in Iowa. And I mean, I think people are going to do what they're going to do. They're going to be boozed up. They're going to be feeling good.
Are you making fun of Iowa? Why do you?
No,
I don't know why we have you on our show.
If I may add, shut up. You know, if you want to see a really interesting contrast, the behavior of Hollywood versus the movies they make. In Hollywood, they're promiscuous, but the movies they make always champion romance. Right. That was my point.
Oh, that's an excellent point.
Yeah. I'm wondering where this accent is. Whereabouts in England are you from exactly?
You know what? I perfected this American accent over many years.
Okay. Yeah, Bill, you weren't here. We covered this last week. You were out of the country, but we talked about this. So
it's all over the place.
It was settled to our satisfaction.
Okay. Yeah. It's very Mrs. Doubtfire.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. From Amor to amnesty. Well, immigrants can stay thanks to his power play. Yet President Obama has made a big move on immigrants.